Hey guys, this is Michael Cheek with Mike's Guitar Lessons, and I wanted to start playing, teaching you how to play I Hate Everything About You by 3 Days Grace. I think actually the name of the song is actually Everything About You, and this is a pretty cool intro. The one point I did want to make before I started the actual lesson is I'm using my acoustic now. I haven't used it in a while because the microphone tends to pop and peak a little bit. I'm a little too loud for it when I use the acoustic, but I've got a sound hole cover in, and I've done some other things to try and shield the microphone a little bit from the noise. So if you hear any popping or anything like that, I'm trying to get it worked out, but that's all that is. It's a little too loud for the microphone. So let's give it a shot. Now, what we're going to be learning is this intro from Everything About You. Okay, those are the two different parts that we're going to be learning, and let's just go ahead and start off with it. First off, you're going to be in drop D, so if you don't know what that is already, you want to make sure you take this E string right here and drop it down to a D, okay? And if you don't know what drop D tuning is, I have lessons on my website at mikesguitarlessons.com to teach you how to do that, or, you know, you can ask most guitar players and they'll, it's a pretty simple thing. You just drop this string down a whole step to a D instead of an E, okay? Now, once you've done that, everything else is tune normal, and here's how you're going to hold the chord down, okay? Now, we're going to start off with our first finger on the 4th fret of the D, and I'm calling that the D string now. Really, it's the 6th string here, I should say. It's just tuned to a D now. So, 4th fret on the 6th string, the thickest string, and you're really going to bar across the A string as well. Okay, and those are the two notes that you'll hear when you play in the 4th fret on those two strings. Now, we're also, for now, just going to put our pinky on the 6th fret of the G string. Okay, playing that note right there. Now, to start off with, the very first time you start this riff, you leave out one note that is normally in there. It's the very first note. So we're going to start off with that 4th fret on this thickest string here. So you're going to play that note. Okay. Then you're going to play the A and the D string together. And if I didn't mention it, you're barring across with your first finger in the 4th fret, the A and the D string. So it's 4th fret on the A and the D at the same time. Okay, so now we're going to play the D and the G string together, but we want to change this D string to the 6th fret. So we're going to put our 3rd finger down on it. We've already got our pinky there, so we're all set there. So we're going to play those two notes, the D and the G string together, and we're going to, once we pluck them, we're actually going to bend both notes up just a hair, up and down, like that. Doesn't have to be very much, okay? So again, the notes are, okay? Now, that was the first time you do it. Every other time you play this little part here, you're actually going to start off with an open on the thick E string, or the, you know, whatever you want to call it, the 6th string or the thick one. D string because we're tuned down, but it's normally the E string. So instead of just playing this, you're also going to add that first note. So it's going to sound like this. Open, then play the riff the way I just taught you. Okay, so it goes. Okay, and then you just keep playing it. Or, sorry. Okay, now, that's the riff that you're going to play 4 times in a row. The next one is actually a little bit easier. So after you play this 4 times in a row, and I'm including that first one without the open in there, so you play that 4 times in a row, then you're going to kind of the same thing, but your bass notes are a little different. This time we're going to first play open on the 6th string again. Then what you're going to play is open on the A string. Okay, so just, okay. And then you're going to play 4th fret on the D and the G together. And I just use my first finger to go across both of those. So 4th fret on the D and the G, play them together. Then you're going to play 6th fret on the D and the G together. And you're going to bend these the same way you did the last chord on the previous riff. Okay? Now you can play it with one finger like this, or you can use your pinky and your 3rd finger and hold it down like that. You can do it either way. Sometimes I get a little better of a bend if I'm using my fingertips like that. Okay? And you're going to play that 4 times in a row. So, or sorry. Oh, that's right. It's going to sound like this. Okay? So what probably be a good idea right now is I'm just going to play it slowly, and once you kind of get the hang of this riff, follow along with me and try to play it. And then once you get comfortable with how fast I'm playing it here, just go ahead and play along with the song. It's not a real hard riff, but it's actually a pretty cool one, and it goes on for a pretty good while, so it's a pretty good amount of the song. So, again, if you want to get it ready, remember the first time we're doing it, we're leaving out that first open, and then we start using it after that, okay? So, once we're ready, go. Basically start over. Okay, now that's going to be the first lesson for this. I just wanted to do the intro here. It actually does keep going during the lyrics when the lyrics come in, so you can keep playing this over and over again, and that's basically all there is to it. If you want to check out the other videos, I am going to finish out this song on my website at www.mikesguitarlessons.com, and I have other videos, hundreds of videos actually, over all kinds of songs and playing techniques, scales, chords, all that kind of stuff. So if you're interested, check it out. But I hope you enjoyed this lesson.